Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.
Hello everyone, and welcome to ATB Wealth Community Spotlight, where we do features on people that are making a difference in our community. I always get that music, always gets me happy when I hear the intro. So today I'm excited to welcome Eric Majelski here. Eric, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited.
Problem. We have a lot to talk about. We're chatting before we got on air, and I'm like, I got to stop asking you questions because we should save it for when we go on the air. So what we want to talk about, a few things. I think the focus today is Kelowna Fashion Week. So for people that have never heard of it, like me, who didn't hear of it, until like a couple weeks ago, tell us what it is. Like, what's Kelowna Fashion Week? What can people expect, and what's this event about?
So Kelowna Fashion Week, this is our second year.
Okay.
We're hosting it September 18th to 21st at the Innovation Center, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're at Coast Capri Hotel.
Very cool.
So Kelowna Fashion Week is an inclusive fashion event.
Okay.
We welcome designers, models of all different ages, sizes, types, genders. Anyone's welcome as long as you have the passion to want to do it. We invite you.
Very
so
cool.
Designer-wise, our youngest designer is Sloan, and she's 13.
Oh my gosh.
And our oldest designer, I won't say his name so he doesn't get offended, is in his middle 70s.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we have a huge range. We have 29 designers from across Canada.
Cool.
And over 150 models.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So is it like full day? Like how does the day work for if you're showing up?
So it's split up between the different days. Okay. So we also, our mission statement is Kelowna Fashion Week, offering a safe step into the industry through inclusivity and education. Okay. So me and my business partner, Alexandra, she was a professional model. I've been a designer since I was a very young person. And we both have, we're not going to call them horror stories, but we both have had incidences happen where had we been educated properly, we wouldn't have had those happen to us. So we kind of want to give a little step into the industry, teaching you what is normal, what you should never do, stuff like that for people. We're not a giant show, of course, but we're definitely one to get you started. So if you have an interest in wanting to be a designer and go into the bigger shows or be a model, start with us and get your toes wet and then go from there.
So is this part education, part show off, I guess, a little bit, showing what you can do? So it's a little bit of, so there's sessions that you can learn, and then you have is there an actual fashion show and all that's happening?
So
okay, cool.
I'll kind of go through our schedule. So Thursday, we have our opening day. So we'll have a little opening ceremony. Okay. And then from 12 till 2, all the models are being treated to a class from Kim Botley. Okay. She is a model, a very well-known Canadian model who has opened up her own school of walk. And so she's going to do a little class and then take all the models up to the rooftop where a runway is set up and give them lessons so they're all comfortable walking. Yeah. Some of our models, maybe 30% of our models have done this before. Some are professional, some are beginners. So just giving everyone a little bit of education.
Very cool.
And then we go into fittings all afternoon. That's closed to the public. But the modeling class is open to the public if they buy the ticket for that. Okay. And then we do fittings with the designers all afternoon. And then that evening, we're really lucky. Kelowna Cruises is taking us all out on a dinner cruise catered by La Vella Pizzeria.
Love it.
So it's going to be so amazing. And then the next day we get going. So hair and makeup starts at 9 a.m. We have classes on Friday that are, we have a styling class. We have a fashion illustration class with EJ. He's flying in from the UK, an incredible illustrator. And then we have our keynote speakers on the Friday. Okay. And it is the Beckerman twins from Toronto. They're two sisters, and they are the original Instagram influencers. These women have built from when Instagram was nothing up to what it is now, and they have walked for Dior. They've walked for Moschino. They're everywhere in fashion.
Very cool.
So we're really lucky to have them. I'm so excited. And then the runway show starts at 6 p.m. on the rooftop. Okay. So if you want to come to that, you have to make sure you're there before 6 p.m. because of the way the Innovation Center rooftop is, there's no in and outs during the fashion
Right,
show. So
okay,
you get
okay.
seated by our ushers and you're there until the show's done. So
Yeah.
about an hour and a half. And we split up our shows. Friday is new materials.
Okay.
So designers that sew with brand new materials. Whereas Saturdays are sustainable Saturday, and that's recycled fabrics. But we'll get to that.
Interesting.
And then we have the runway show, and we have a bunch of surprises on the roof that I'm not going to spill here.
Yeah.
And then it goes into a moonlight concert. So on Friday, we have DJ Invisible playing up on the roof.
What a fun, it just sounds like an amazing event. So, and can you buy, like, can you come for just a day, or do you buy week passes, or for the whole event, or both?
So we have 5 different tiers. You can buy for the whole week.
Okay.
You can buy the whole week VIP, which has all the bells and whistles, or you can buy daily, or you can buy just the workshops. So some people are interested in just the education part.
Right.
And we're offering that.
And some people just want to come for the
party.
party.
And just want to come for the party. And you can buy all the tickets on the boxoffice.ca.
Love it.
So,
yeah. And I think as you're talking, like, this is, even if you're just looking for a fun way to spend a night or a day as well, like, you know, if you're not necessarily a fashion person per se, but still it'd be interesting to see it's a craft and kind of, and you're bringing some amazing people. Like, so it's very cool. So I'm curious, how big of a community is it locally? Like, how big of a fashion, like, how big is the fashion community
I
locally?
would say we have 12 local designers, which is quite a lot.
Okay.
We have a lot more than that, but a lot of them either had prior commitments, or sometimes people are scared to do it because it's a big commitment. And it's scary. So, you know, it takes we have a couple that applied and then they're like, no, I'm not ready. And, you know, once they see, like, this is only our 2nd year. So once people get a lot more used to the idea, I feel we'll have a lot more local people. But we have incredible designers from all over Canada coming.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very neat. So the actual event, I don't know if we've told people, is September 18th to 21st.
Yes,
correct?
Thursday to the Sunday.
So it's like a week away.
It is a week away.
Are you ready?
We absolutely are ready. We have the best vendors Kelowna has to offer. We have a great team. You know, I'm not worried. We're just going with the flow now. Please buy tickets. But it is what it is, and I'm really excited. Saturday, same thing. We have classes throughout the day, but Saturdays are sustainable Saturday. So really welcoming slow fashion. So for someone that doesn't know, fast fashion is companies like Shein and all this that sell really cheap, chemical-induced, you know, the clothes that we maybe are really bad for the environment. Not maybe, but they are. Not going to go into a whole spiel. That's what Saturday's about. But we're welcoming slow fashion. So things that you make from scratch, things that use recycled fabrics, get them out of the landfills. So on Saturday's runway show, all our designers use recycled and upcycled materials. Nothing new, which is amazing to see the quality of garments they're making from secondhand fabrics. But we have our sustainable fashion conference, which is kind of my favorite part. So we have 3 incredible speakers for that. We have Amy Rafferty. She is a woman in Vancouver. She owns 4 F as in Franks, which is the original vintage resale stores.
Very cool.
We have Danny Ortman, who I actually went to design school with a very long time ago. I won't say how long. And she is doing an entire talk on natural plant dyes, which she has mastered over 2 decades. I gave it away, sorry, Danny. And then we also have 2 incredible young women in their 20s, dream still, and they're using sustainable fashion and technology to kind of change the way fast fashion is. Very intelligent women. I'm so excited to have them here as well. And then, we go into the runway show, and then we have our moonlit concert party again with DJ Tasha Kent, who's also a local girl.
Very
and then Sunday is our Sunday Fun Day, put on by Coast Capri. And it's brunch from 11 till 1, and then a pool party from 1 till 4.
Oh my gosh, super
It's
fun.
literally the funnest weekend. We're bringing in over 300 people to the city, which is amazing. I know the Coast Capri is fully booked, which is great. But we wanted to add the elements that the tourists could come and still see Kelowna. So with the boat party and then the pool party, plus the fashion on the roof. They get to see all of Kelowna.
It's interesting. We have a couple busy weeks. I think the CCMA parties are happening this week, and then we're going to Fashion Week next week. Yeah,
this happens to me every year. So this year we announced our dates, and then a couple months later CCMAs, and I'm like, and then last year we ended up double dating on Rock the Lake.
Oh, okay.
So it keeps happening. It doesn't interfere, you know, different demographics, but everyone's welcome. You don't have to be a fashionista. Sure. It's just a really cool experience. It's really cool, all the energy, because the designers are new and young, and this is maybe their first or second show. Same with the models. We have models as young as 8 all the way up.
Very cool. Yeah. So can you buy the fashion you're seeing at the event as well?
You can. So all our designers have the opportunity to have a pop-up shop. We will have that in the lobby of the Innovation Center, open Thursday till Sunday from open to close. And you don't have to buy tickets for the fashion show to shop that. You're welcome to just come in, check out what's for sale, support these young designers. A lot of them are like, this whole show is volunteer based and it's an event put on by Aesthetics Lab, my nonprofit. So it's not like, we're not out there making tons of money. You know, we only charge an application fee for designers and models, and then there's no other hidden fees for everything they're getting. So it's a show that's affordable for everyone. So if you're able, come buy something from one of these designers, because they're traveling on their own dime and they deserve it.
Love it. So you said you're in your second year?
Yes.
So why? Like, how did you get this started? Like, I'm curious. I always love the story. Like, you know, you're sitting somewhere and you're like, we're going to run a fashion week. So, like, how did that come together?
So it's really funny. A friend of mine, Sarah, approached me and asked me to put on a fashion. She knows I'd been involved with fashion for decades, and asked me to put on a fashion show with a Kelowna Festival. So that was 3 years ago, and unfortunately, we put it all together and we had to cancel due to the fires, which was really upsetting to the designers because they're putting months into their collections. But it is what it is. We're in the Okanagan, we have to roll with it. So we put it aside, and then a friend sent me an application for a grant through the city of Kelowna, and I had never applied for a grant. I thought, you know, let's do it. And then I got the call that we got it. So we had 3 months to put together a fashion week, and we pulled it off last year, and it was phenomenal.
Love it.
So we were eligible for that grant for the next 2 years, and that gives you the time to just like get the idea going. So you're going to keep going after the 3 years. You're going to stop. We're absolutely going to keep going. The community we've built in the last couple years is unbelievable.
So what's your, I know you're only in the second year, so what's your vision for it? Like, where do you want to take this in year 4, 5, 6? Like, where do you see it?
I see it always being a show that welcomes newer people to the industry. Like, I don't in any way see like the big brands being I'm going to come show in Kelowna. But there's phenomenal designers out there that don't get recognized. And I'm all for social media and technology, of course. But it's really hard when you're a creative working in your studio and then you have to pause to do content and all this. So this is another way for these designers to get out and seen without having to do 10,000 people reels and stuff like that.
Yeah, interesting. And is there as part of the vision for this is, you know, maybe getting a younger person that might be interested in fashion to kind of go down, because now they can start experiencing this as well. There's part of that. Maybe there's a spark in someone that, you know, that comes and sees something and go like, wow, I can make a career out of this potentially as well.
Absolutely. That's always the goal. Like we said, it's a safe step into the industry. And with my nonprofit Aesthetics Lab, we're always encouraging everyone in the community, but especially the youth, to use creativity as a way to promote positive mental health and to encourage them to work on their mental health. So like I said, it's really funny this year, I have 3 members. One is Araya. She is 13. She's going to be modeling.
Amazing.
Sloan is 13. She's a designer. And then Olivia is 12, and she's going to be assistant to the makeup artist.
Oh my gosh,
so these are young kids that come to Aesthetics Lab, and they're interested in these fields. So we've given them the opportunity to explore it in a professional setting. Which is really exciting for them.
Love it. So you've mentioned Aesthetics Labs a few times. So tell us a little bit about, that's your nonprofit. Tell us a little bit about what that is and what people can expect.
Thank you. So Aesthetics Lab is Kelowna's creative clubhouse. And we are a place, we're right on Bernard, 436 Bernard. And what you do is you come in and you pay your admission, whether it's a drop-in, a punch pass, a monthly membership, all very affordable, and you get to use all the equipment, space, and supplies.
Okay.
So the important thing about that is all the supplies.
Yeah,
so you're not having to buy anything extra to come and create. So to give you a better idea, we have a kitchen for baking and cooking. We have video gaming. We have a photography studio, recording studio, and this is all professional grade. This isn't, you know. And then we have a stage with all the instruments, DJ equipment, PA. We have a fully stocked sewing room, which is my baby. So it's like a dream room. And then an art room. And literally anything you could want supply-wise is in there, as well as the equipment. So you just come and use it. You don't have to go and buy fabric. We have the fabric there. You don't have to, if you're wanting to produce music, we have a laptop in there that has FL Studio and Ableton. So you don't have to download those programs. We've bought the professional programs. You can come and use them. So, you know, even if you don't have a laptop, but you're interested in making music, there's no reason for you not to be able to explore that. So it's a really special place. I have an incredible board of directors that keeps me grounded through it all, because I like to just, it's really hard to explain until you come see it, but it's aesthetically pleasing, but the energy in there is just so beautiful, and it's just a place that you want to be. So
where did that come from? Like, where did that passion for you to start something like this? Because I'm sure it's a passion project, right?
It absolutely is a passion project. That's the best words. This was something I wanted as a kid. So growing up in a single parent home, me and my sister always wanted to do these creative things. And back then, you know, forever ago, you couldn't just go to the dollar store and buy stuff. That wasn't a thing. And if you wanted to do art, what you could do is maybe sign up for an art class in the college, which figure drawing, you know, a kid doesn't want to do that. So we always said, wouldn't it be cool if we had a place where you could go and do all the things? Because like a lot of parents, you got to do one thing. You got one activity after school, one thing in the summer, that was it. And we wanted to do all the things. So we got put in swimming. I hated it. I skipped it and would draw in the locker room where my sister went on to compete.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, we just really wanting to create this place. When I was in business school, I came up with the business plan for it. It went into a box. And then during COVID, I found the box, found the business plan. And I said, when we get out of this, I'm going to open this place.
Very cool.
We opened in 2021 on Leon Avenue. It got a little sketchy down there. We closed up, and now we're open on Bernard, and it's beautiful.
I love it. And you've been open for how long?
2 months. We're just babies.
Just babies, Love it. And so you can just drop in. So people that are interested in, I've walked past, I'm like, this looks really cool. And you're like, just come in next time. Just come on in.
Yeah, we're open 7 days a week, 9 to 9. 9 till 6 is all ages. 6 till 9 p.m. is adults only, which is a really fun vibe in there.
Very cool. So I'm curious your background. So how did you get into fashion? Like, where did that come from? Was it something you saw or read when you were a kid? Was it like, where did that passion come from for you?
So I started sewing when I was 6 years old. So it's been my whole life. I wanted Barbie clothes, and again, single parent, didn't have a lot of money. So what I was allowed to sew with was the basket that we had in the laundry room of mismatched socks. Like everyone has that basket.
Has those,
So I was allowed to. My mom showed me how to thread the needle and that, and I was able to sew the clothes from these socks. So that's where it started. When I was about 9 years old, I got a sewing machine, and my very first company was sewing hair scrunchies and selling them in the schoolyard. No lie. I think they were $1 a piece, maybe 50 cents, aging myself again. But yeah, that's where it started. And then in high school, I had my own clothing company. And that was even my work. It was such a big company that was my work experience for my graduating year. And then I went to university to become an elementary teacher, because no one becomes a fashion designer for real. And then after a year of that, I switched to design school. I decided to go for it because that's where my passion lied. And
where's design school?
I went to design school in Nelson, BC.
Interesting.
At Kootenay School of the Arts, which at that time it was a 2-year program, and that's kind of how much time I thought seemed forever. 2 years back then. And it was the best thing I've ever done.
Is it tough making it, for lack of a better word, in the fashion industry in a community like a Kelowna, though? Like, where do you need to be in New York and like, you
I
know,
don't-
LA or, you know,
Nowadays,
Paris?
with social media, you do not need.
Okay.
You can be wherever you are.
Okay.
If you want to be an intern at Vogue, yeah, you got to move to New York.
Right.
If you want to just have your own little brand that you sell online, you can do it absolutely anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So where's your passion? Like, where do you, what drives you, what gets you up in the morning, all jazz? Like, where's your passion?
I absolutely, every morning I'm so grateful when I walk into Aesthetics Lab. It's such a blessing. It's like we were able to get a very generous corporate donation to do our startup. So Aesthetics Lab is literally the idea from my brain put there in reality, and that alone is a huge blessing because many people will never, unfortunately, be able to get to that point.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's a huge blessing, and that's why I share it with the whole community. We welcome absolutely anyone to use the space, and a big thing is inviting other nonprofits and charities to use the space. So we're working with Brain Trust. We're working with a couple other companies that are using the space. Just sharing. We were very blessed to get this, so sharing it with as many people as we can.
Yeah.
But I love designing, and it's really sad because I've been so busy. I have yet to sew in my sewing room.
That's hilarious.
But I will get there this fall and winter once we're done Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And I love sewing. I love designing. I love inspiring other. It sounds so cheesy, but I do love inspiring other people to follow their dreams.
Yeah.
That's so big to me because if I can do it, absolutely anyone can. If you follow me on social media or see anything, I've been through very dark areas in my life, and I've been able to pull myself up through creativity. And I want other people to realize how important creating is. As a species, humans need to put out as much as they input. So if you're just intaking constantly, so on screens, and not putting out any creativity, no matter what it is, coloring a coloring page once a week, or making music, anything, that helps stop depression, which, you know, if you have to take meds, absolutely. Whatever you need to do to keep your health positive.
Yeah.
But creativity is such an important part of that, and people don't realize it. So my mission is for people to realize that just by creating on the daily, like I said, even if it's just coloring something, you're going to help improve your mental health.
Well, it's easy to get caught up in staring at the screen all day.
It is.
Right?
It's so easy. I do it myself.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll be scrolling on a day off, and all of a sudden you've been there for an hour down this rabbit hole, and that's when you have to get up and do something you love. Even if it's like working out is even a form of creativity.
For sure.
So do something creative every day. That's my mission to you all. And our big goal, and it's a huge goal, and I'm just going to announce it to everyone because
you got to put it out there.
You got to put it out there. Our huge goal is 10 locations in 10 cities in 10 years.
Interesting.
Aesthetics Lab, we're a nonprofit.
Yeah.
We have very affordable memberships, and as we get bigger, we're hoping to do something that for low-income people as well. It's $130 a month, $111 if you're a student, and then $30 drop-in fees. So it's still affordable, but I know in this day and age that's not affordable for everyone. Yeah. So we are working on ways to offer something more affordable. But yeah, I want to see an aesthetics lab in every city so that everyone can come and do their inner creativity the best that they can without having to buy a laptop, put in a recording booth, buy an electric guitar, because it's expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all so expensive. Everything's expensive.
It's interesting though, because I asked sort of if it's hard to make it in a community like Kelowna Fashion Week, and you're saying like nowadays it's not. And I find one of the good things, there's lots of things we can have a whole different discussion about social media that I have my opinion on, but the good thing about social media like a TikTok, like it's created an outlet for people. Like there's people that you would never know if it wasn't TikTok, like they're in music, they're in fashion, because it's given them an outlet to actually now put their talent out there. We never used to be able to do that, right? You'd have to go the traditional way and get a recording contract, and where now you can put music out on TikTok and you become famous, which is really cool. Yeah, right. So
it is we're really lucky to have it. It's just using it responsibly.
For sure, that's it. Right? We could have a whole discussion about what social media does. So if we try to cover as much as possible. We can't cover everything in our time together. If people want to learn more, they're interested in attending, they want to learn about Aesthetics Lab, where's the best place for them to go to the website, social media, where's the best place for them to get more information?
We update our Instagram daily, and it's Kelowna Fashion Week. That's it.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 Instagrams. He hasn't given it up yet.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's Kelowna Fashion Week _ That's us. It's authorized, you'll see.
Okay.
And then KelownaFashionWeek.com is our website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that in there's all the, I think Romo had it out earlier, it's got a list of all the events and when they're happening, the schedule. And there's a click through to buy tickets and everything as well. And I know that there's, a bunch of great partners that you're working with to make this happen as well, and they're all listed on there, so we try to support people like that as well. And the last question I had is curious on, like, so you do this event, people come and they get excited, they see it's out there. How can people support local designers when it's not Kelowna Fashion Week? How's a way that we as a community can support people in the community? Is there areas where you can go buy fashion or buy things that are locally made that you can go and support?
Yeah, a lot of our designers sell through their own websites or Etsy. We put out a magazine. You might have seen it all over town. It's called KFW.
Okay.
And in the magazine, we've featured all of our designers, and we have an interview with each of them.
Very cool.
And their last question is, how can you support us?
Love
their
it.
Instagrams there, all their social media, and where to buy their stuff.
Love it.
So grab a copy of that magazine. It's all over town, West Kelowna, Lake Country, in coffee shops, tattoo parlors, all the places where you need to read.
Love it. Yeah. Awesome. So if you're interested, go to KelownaFashionWeek.com. Yep. There's an event September 18th to 21st. You've heard there's lots of amazing things happening. And if you're interested in popping into Aesthetics Lab, just pop in.
Just pop
you're
in.
There.
Come for a free tour every day.
Come have a look, and maybe there's a fit there as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think it sounds like an amazing event. So
it's going to be really fun.
Yeah, like I say, even if you're not 100% into just fashion, I think there's some really cool things for everyone.
Yeah.
Like even I've never gone to a fashion show. Be kind of cool to even take that in, just to even see.
Yes.
Like that's kind of cool. So if anyone's listening, interested, go to the website, follow on social, buy your tickets, attend, support these.
Buy tickets, please.
So the message is buy tickets.
Buy tickets. Support artists, buy tickets.
I love it. Sarika, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Everyone, thank you for joining us today. And like I said, support this, go buy your ticket, and we'll see you next week. And a big shout out to ATB Wealth again for sponsoring this, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Community Spotlight, powered by ATB Wealth Kelowna. Ready to take a powerful step towards the future you want today? Connect with local advisors at ATB Wealth Kelowna to get started.